bring back our Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Dan Sianka. Dan, what's got your eye?
Hey Aaron, last week we gave you an update on reservoir levels across the viewing area. Thought we'd do that again for you today. We're going to keep an eye on things as we head into this dry summer month. Now, as we take a look at Loch Lomond, last week at this time it was at 71%, and we're still at 71%. So that's some good news, I suppose, that we still have some water there. But we did see some falls in our southern reservoirs. Lake San Antonio went from 17 to 16%, and Lake Nacimiento went from 34 to 31%. Not a lot of water in some of our reservoirs around here. Heading into the dry season, of course, we'll be keeping an eye on this for you as we head through the summertime months. Otherwise, temperatures today improving over the last several days where we were cool and damp, and now today warm and dry. Well, I guess an improvement for some folks if you like the warm and dry weather. We're looking at a temperature of 64 in Salinas right now, 70 in Santa Cruz and Watsonville. Still very mild at this hour, and it is still 86 in Bradley, so there is some heat down south. This is the view from Loma Prieta just moments ago, looking down toward the ocean. And you can see this thin strip right here. These are not actually clouds, but you are looking at the marine layer. The marine layer is often there. You may not be able to see it. It's the hazy layer of moist air right along the water. There's a lot of moisture in that atmosphere, so it looks hazier than, say, if you had an offshore wind day and it was nice and dry, you'd be able to see right through it. But there's the marine layer, even though you're not seeing clouds in it. Your forecast around the bay tonight, temperatures in the mid-60s right now. We'll be down to around 60 by 8 p.m. Sunset tonight at 8:09, and we will see some low clouds begin to redevelop by around midnight tonight, filling back in. Now, the bigger picture is showing the area of low pressure that kept us cool this weekend is still moving to the east and away from us. Weak ridge, which moved in today, started to warm us up, but it's not lasting long as a cold front is on its way down the coast, and that's what's really going to amp up the wind over the next couple days. We talked about the wind at the beginning of the show. It's going to be gusty over the next couple of days, so hold on to your hats for sure. Now, we'll see patchy low clouds at times on the coast as we see northwesterly flow continuing to push some of those clouds up to the hills, but I'm not expecting us to be as cloudy as we were last week as the previous system came through. So these systems, while they almost look the same in a bigger picture coming down the coast, they've got some different dynamics with it. So we won't be dealing with quite the cool, moist forecast on the coast. It will just be windier as we head through the rest of the week, although you get some more sunshine. So tomorrow, partly cloudy, a few low clouds, but gusty winds. Temperatures back in the upper 60s in Santa Cruz and Capitola, cooling a bit tomorrow. And then certainly up in the mountains, you're going to cool down with high temperatures back into the 60s, where we were in the 70s and closing in on 80s today. So we're dropping about 10 degrees for most locations in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Watsonville, though, still 68 tomorrow, very comfortable. 63 in Salinas, you're cooler. 70 in Gilroy and 68 in Hollister, but only 50s in Castroville and Marina. Over to Butterfly Town, 57 degrees there in Pacific Grove, 59 in Monterey and Seaside. A little bit warmer in Carmel, but farther south, away from the coast, you'll be warmer with 70s in King City and Bradley, but 60s from Greenfield northward in the Salinas Valley. So a cooler, breezier day and sometimes gusty out there. And the wind's really going to stick around for the next several days. Now, I do have some drizzle possible. Looks like Friday and Saturday as our marine layer thickens up a bit, but probably not as much as we saw over the past few days. Beyond that, temperatures will warm up next week after a cool start to the weekend. Inland areas also very cool for this time of year. This is a pretty cold air mass coming down the coast. In fact, it's actually going to put some snow up in the Sierra Nevada, which we need. Not a lot, but some. We're not going to see anything like that locally, but there is a chance of an isolated shower over the Diablo Range on Friday and Saturday afternoons. Otherwise, cold and, well, cool at least, cool and windy as we head into the weekend. We're going to warm up next week, though.